I'm taking this video on the last day of 2023 while speaking in English. What stops you from becoming fluent? A learner will know that. Some of you are able to identify that's wrong. I get stuck while speaking. I'm not able to complete the flow of my thoughts. If you look at this showpiece, both together brings about the unity of challenges. So when you tell me that I've got a lot of challenges, I've been learning for a very long time, but still I'm not able to. Hi, welcome to another video on my channel. I hope you all are doing great. I'm taking this video on the last day of 2023. Are you all excited? Well, I'm Rini Rose Matthew and I'm a CELTA certified tutor. I would like to share about the challenges that you face while speaking in English. Generally, trainers will ask you, what are some of the challenges that you face while speaking in English? This is a common question that people ask you when you come for a conversation. Even trainers ask you this question. During my sessions also, I ask people, what are some of the problems that you face? I think we need to revise the way we ask this question. What do you think you have been doing about the challenges that you face regarding the fluency in your language? Of course, a learner will definitely know the challenges that he or she faces. There's no doubt about that. So today's topic is all about this point. Welcome to another video on my channel. My name is Rini Rose Matthew. I'm a CELTA certified tutor. If you really want to find out more about my training sessions, you can always email me because some of you have been already doing it. What are some of the challenges that you face while speaking in English? What stops you from becoming fluent? A learner will know that. Some of you are able to identify that very well, but some of you will identify it with the trainer. Of course, a trainer should be able to do that. Whenever you take the guidance of a trainer, it's only because you want to become better in the language. Of course, you face challenges, undoubtedly. What have you been doing about it? Have you been reading? Have you been trying to converse with people? Because some of you say, I get stuck while speaking in English. There itself a trainer can correct saying, it's not I stuck in my mind, because many of you say, I stuck in my mind. That's wrong. I get stuck while speaking. I'm not able to complete the flow of my thoughts. Sometimes I'm not able to use the appropriate words while speaking. There is no continuity. There is no flow of thought. There are different ways in which you can put across your problem. So instead of asking what are the challenges, it's more about what have you been doing about it. The second point that's very important is, which level are you in? I don't think a trainer should ask that. Of course, a beginner or an intermediate or an advanced learner can say, I have taken some examination. If you have taken some examination, you can say, this is the level I belong to. For example, B1, B2. I hope you know this. Okay, this is according to this particular framework, and I've given the expansion of what it exactly is. Whether you're B1, B2, or whether you belong to C1. Of course, C1 means proficiency level is high, but apart from that, so if you've taken an examination, you can say, I took this examination online. But apart from that, there are some learners who say, I think I'm a beginner. Of course, the learner will not know how to put it technically. So instead of asking where do you belong to, I think it's always better to find out. It's okay if the learner shares it, but instead of asking what are some of the challenges, which level you belong to, you can find it out, because that's where you need to begin working from. Now, when you come to me for the sessions, I speak to you. So the first step is introduction. That's where people face a lot of problems. And I have seen people saying, if you really want to introduce yourself in life, use this app, use that app. So introduction itself is a very good way to set up the bridge of communication. Sometimes you fumble there. So being fluent in expressing your challenge itself is a challenge. See, when you tell the trainer that these are some of the problems that I have, that itself is a challenge, because you've identified your problem. Then you have to express that in the language that you're trying to develop, in English, not in Hindi or your mother tongue. That itself is a challenge. So if you're able to do that, half of the problem is solved. Otherwise, the trainer will help you. And then, of course, this is the level that you belong to, but the level is just a minor part of your learning journey. Of course, you need to identify the level, but you're not going to get stuck there. You're not going to be there forever. I have to progress to the next level. What should I do? So this is how you begin. It's not that you just come for the class, and if you are having problems with sentence formation, of course you are given worksheets. It's not just like solving some grammar worksheet and then getting all the answers correct and thinking, okay, now I know prepositions. Prepositions, connectives, and every part of the language that you have, nouns, adverbs, everything play a very important role in fluency when you're able to use it effectively in sentences. You're not going to frame sentences saying, okay, first I'm going to use a noun, then a verb, then a preposition. It's not practical. That's not how we do in our mother tongue, right? So you need to do it spontaneously and very naturally and effectively. That is, effective communication is another part, but basic sentence formation. Now, even when you start as an intermediate learner, you can solve worksheets, but what is the purpose? After that, there should be an activity. You begin with a worksheet, there should be advanced level. The activity that a trainer should make an intermediate learner do should be different with that worksheet, because context is important. But when it comes to a beginner or even an elementary learner, okay, to make you understand, you solve the worksheet, check if you know, suppose if you know the difference between which, who, where, how to use it. So it's more about the concept and putting it into practice and then taking that into your daily life. Because your learning shouldn't stop with the worksheet. If you solve 10 worksheets, you may have the feeling, oh, I got all the answers right. Now I'm thorough with grammar. It's not like that. Okay, worksheet is just the beginning spot. After that, you do an activity and take it to the life, because tomorrow when you express something in front of a group of people, it's going to be spontaneous. Sometimes you may not even get the opportunity or the space to prepare before speaking. That's where the challenge comes. So the challenge in speaking is more about finding the right words at the right time, using my presence of mind, and also, even if I know just 10 words, how do I use it effectively to communicate to the person sitting in front of me. But it's not only about knowing grammar, because grammar is a part of language, and if you know grammar thoroughly, you cannot speak and communicate properly. You know the concept, you know something, that's all. It's part of language, it's the base. But if you're thorough with grammar, will you be able to speak fluently? That's a different question, because speaking is practical, it's practice. Okay, it's more about you learn, you read, you listen. I've spoken about this at length through many videos. You have to listen to all that. Now you have to identify the exact problem, focus on it, focus on the solution, not the problem. Many of you focus on the problem, and that is why you're not able to progress. I can see that 75% of the learners only brag about the problems. That itself is the problem. I'm not able to speak because I didn't go to an English medium school. I'm not able to speak because I don't have the environment. Of course, many of us don't have the environment. Even I don't have the environment. Now I would like to draw your attention to something different. Challenges and learning phase. Instead of focusing on the problem, why don't you focus on the solution? Come over, I'll show you something. I hope you can see a beautiful showpiece behind me. This is something that I found at home during this vacation, and I thought of using this as a tool to explain about challenges. So do you see something moving in clockwise direction and the other one moving in anti-clockwise direction? I'll just stop this for you and show. See, there are two pieces, if you can see, okay, one behind and one is in the front. If you know the exact name of this showpiece, you can definitely comment. So one is moving in anti-clockwise direction and the other one in clockwise direction. So definitely you'll be faced with challenges. You will have challenges coming in your way, Life is not going to be free of challenges, especially you're entering the new year. Every bit of challenge should be overcome with a learning phase. So as I told you just now, many of the learners know the meaning of challenge. And many of you tell me that I get stuck while speaking. I'm not able to use proper words. I'm not able to communicate properly with the appropriate vocabulary. All these are some of the challenges. Some people tell me that I face stammering problems, or I'm so scared to speak while I try to communicate with my senior people or during a meeting. Whatever your challenge is, when you have one phase of challenge, you should overcome that with a learning process or a learning point. So something that moves in the anti-clockwise direction could be considered as the challenge, like how you have here. And something that moves in the clockwise direction could be your learning phase. But if you look at this showpiece, both together brings about the unity of the piece. So you can see that both the patterns put together gives you the beautiful rotating pattern. It almost looks like a ball behind me. So life is like that. If it's just one pattern that is moving in the clockwise direction, where you have only the learning phase or the ups in life, it's not going to give you this beautiful pattern. So it should move in both direction, where you need to have learning phases. Your learning phases become better only when you're faced with challenges. So when you tell me that I've got a lot of challenges, I've been learning for a very long time, but still I'm not able to progress, I've tried all the methods, please cross check. Are you really sure that you have tried all the methods? Okay, and do you think that without any challenges people become trainers? Even I have faced a lot of challenges. I've already shared my personal journey with you. This is a very heavy ball. So it's like a pendulum. I thought it's lightweight, but it's too heavy. Okay, so you can consider this as the challenges, which is also tied to the showpiece. So when your life is weighed down with a challenging point which is too heavy, and when you feel loaded after working for a very long time, you are becoming stable in life, and that there is consistency and continuity. So whenever you have a challenge in life, be assured that your life is becoming stable. There is some continuity, because some of you come and tell me, ma'am, I did this for 2 months, after that because of my work I was not able to continue. So even when you come for my learning sessions, I always tell my learners, you take the guidance from me for 1 month or 2 months, take all the pointers, take the guidance and everything, and learn by yourself, because self-learning is magical. So I hope you understood the meaning of this simple idea. Keep this in mind, because I always keep such things in mind. There is a solution for every problem that you're facing. You have to believe in it. I've already done a video on that. And then keep progressing. Definitely you will progress, because all these people have been facing challenges. All the learners, all the trainers, everybody has gone through some sort of problems. Even I've gone through a lot of problems. I've already shared that with you, my learning journey. The kind of trust that you have in yourself and the trainer is very important. So wish you all the best, and may you all have a safe and prosperous new year. Bye-bye.